Welcome to the Preeminence Daily Podcast. I'm your host, Matthew J. Peters, founder of Ascend. Be sure to grab your ultimate guide to preeminence at preeminence.tv. Today we're talking about Verbal Jiu Jitsu. So tune in, listen up, and get ready to take a focused action on your mission, message, and presence to create accelerated results starting right now. Verbal Jiu Jitsu. Now, I am not a practitioner of Jiu Jitsu. I've never done Jiu Jitsu, but I understand one of the aspects of Jiu Jitsu is taking the energy, instead of having that energy from, let's say, a fist going right towards you, hitting you right in the stomach or in the chest or in the face. What you do is you allow that energy to continually move. A lot of times we get feedback or we get comments or we hear people give us some negative feedback. We call them trolls. And what we do is we take all of that in and we let it punch us right in the face. We take that sock right to the stomach and we don't let it move through us. We need to take their energy with a thank you attitude. Sometimes people will give us some ridiculous feedback that they are way off base. We can ask ourselves, what was it that I said or did that elicited that type of response? And how can I do this better next time? A lot of times we have people just want to give us feedback because they want to feel heard, that they want to feel significant. So they're telling us what they think. Sometimes they are trying to damage us. They're trying to make us feel lower than them. They want to feel good. So what they do is they want to tear people down. But I want you to think about this. If someone were going to come at you with a fist and they're moving towards you, to let that fist go right by you as you move and let their energy fall and let that energy pull them down and let their weight take them down. There's something that is empowering when someone gives you a nasty comment and you say thank you. There's something to be said about ignoring people who are trying to tear you down. There's something to be said about people who give you constructive criticism and asking yourself, is that true? What can I learn from this? How can I change so that doesn't happen again? Some criticism, it's good. Sometimes you have to have those friends who will take you aside and say, you know what? When you do that, this is what's actually happening in the marketplace, or this is what people are thinking about you when you say those phrases. Verbal Jiu Jitsu is allowing people to say their piece and not taking it square on, not taking that full impact, but letting it pass by you or through you. Another thing I've done before is people have given me, I would say, constructive criticism on our customer service. This was specifically one incident I'm thinking of about 2.5 years ago. A woman I hadn't seen for a while, she's a client of ours, and she said, do you mind if I give you some feedback? I said, yeah, absolutely. So she started talking, and after about 5 minutes, I took out a notebook. And 45 minutes later, I had a few pages of feedback. No one else had ever done that. No one else had ever given me pages of feedback before. In one part, I felt really bad that I let her down. In another part, I was thinking, wow, this is such an opportunity. No one else has ever given us feedback like this before. How many other people just were trying to be nice and they didn't say anything? So within 2 hours, the meeting that I was there for was over, and I got on the phone and I got with our project manager. And I said, here is what just happened. Here's what we need to change. Here's what I want to institute company-wide. When we deal with people, we want to make sure this, and this happen. We are going to fix this thing that this individual said was an issue. We're going to fix that right now, and we're going to move forward, and we're going to be stronger. See, sometimes we can take that, even if it's someone who has a positive reason behind what they're telling you, especially customer service. If you have a brick and mortar business, you look on Yelp and someone gives you some feedback, and you're like, that's not even true. It was true to them at that moment. And why would they bother taking that time out of their life to write a nasty review if something that happened or was said to them made them feel uncomfortable or made them feel unworthy or worthless or not worth your time. We have to listen. Most of communication is listening. And when people give us negative feedback, constructive criticism, positive feedback, take it, but don't let it just impact you 100% dead on. Allow it to flow through you. And with the woman's constructive criticism she gave me, it was hard for me at first, but what I had to do was take that motion that came at me and turn it right around and let it go back out. I could not hold it all in. It would have been too much for me. I would have felt like such a failure that I did all these things I thought were good enough or great or excellent that weren't to her standards. And so I learned so much from that. Our company grew from that. We were able to serve our clients even better by taking that criticism. One thing we could have done is said, what does she know? She's just a customer, and customers are rarely right, because if they were right, they would already be where they wanted to be, but they're not us. They don't understand us. They don't understand the process, so we can just throw that criticism out. I'm telling you right now, listen to what comes at you and find out if there is any grounds to it. And if there is, can you do something about it? Is it true or is it not true? And what do you want to change so that doesn't happen again? Your assignment to go along your path towards preeminence is to allow the feedback to come in, but not to stay in. Take that feedback and move it somewhere fast. Move it out of your presence and out to your team or out to the abyss and say, that doesn't belong with me. That does not represent us. Verbal Jiu Jitsu. Let those words that are coming at you continually move in that direction. You don't have to stop them with your mind. You don't have to stop them with your body. You don't have to take them in and feel that weight. All right? I look forward to seeing what you do with this. Take the constructive criticism and let those people who have the complaints that are unfounded, let them go. Let them go. This daily podcast is all about you becoming the preeminent voice in your marketplace. So take the consistent and necessary action each and every day on what you've learned over the last few minutes. When you're ready to take your business, your organization, your name, your brand, and your commitment to the level of preeminence, head on over to preeminence.tv where you can download your own copy of the Ultimate Guide to Preeminence, enroll in the Elevation program, and join us on one of our next live events. If you're not subscribed, simply visit iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play right now and click subscribe. Until tomorrow, make today and each and every day count towards creating preeminence in your space and a legacy that matters.